Good morning. Hi, everybody. I'm running a minute late here. Happy Wednesday. Hi, Ellen. How are you? So I'm not quite prepared, but kind of close. I was just putting I feel like I need to clean my entire palette off and freshen it up. Maybe this weekend I'll get a chance to do that because it's a little messy. But yesterday I did a painting on, by accident, I ordered boards that were aqua boards, these boards that I love, but it has a texture for watercolor. Hi, Lou. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Larry. Anyway, I did an experiment and painted on it, and I don't know if it'll hold up because nobody ever, that I know of, people don't usually paint oil paints over watercolor. But it was a fun experiment. This is what I painted because the paint really soaked into it. So I did a watercolor kind of wash underneath, and then I put oil on top. And there's just bits of watercolor, like the strokes of watercolor show through, which is fun. So I think I'm gonna play around with that some more. And it doesn't, when I look at it today, because the brown is so absorbent, like the oils don't have any kind of glisten to them. They're very flat. They're not glossy at all. Then I was thinking maybe I'll go over it with like a transparent wash or something and see what that does. It's fun to experiment and see what happens. I don't do enough of that. So this morning, I feel like painting a beautiful photo that my friend Greta took. Isn't that stunning? So, and I don't have any of my little panels, so I have to go 8 by 8. I could either do it on a little flat panel. Maybe, I don't know if that's what I should do or not, or do the bigger one. Hi, Katrina. How are you? All right, I think I'll just do it on the big. It's such a pretty one. I'm gonna go. If I don't finish it, I don't usually paint on these bigger panels for you guys because sometimes I can't finish them quickly enough. Hi, Nancy. And I finished my big one the other day, so I have this great big thing sitting next to me, great big white panel that I'm excited to start working on. I haven't totally decided what it's gonna be, but all right, is that good? Or do you want to see both? Maybe in the beginning you want to see both. I always want, let me try something. I always want to pin. I was trying to figure out how you pin something. Let me see if I can do this. Always something to learn. I'm going to pin oil painting demo. See if I can pin it to this. I can't even see if I'm spelling correctly. Sorry. Demo. Not post. Well, I don't know how to pin it. Oh, well, that was worth a try. I'm trying to learn more about Instagram and all the things you can do. Taking like an online course right now. It's very interesting. And about iPhone photography too. There's no end to the learning, but the good thing is I love to learn new things. Sometimes they don't stick though. I have to, I need more of my dioxazine purple here. Oops, that's not that. Yeah, that is what I wanted. Sorry. A little tired this morning. And I have a meeting at work today, so I had to look a little nicer too. To fix my hair. How is everybody? Everybody's well? What? Can you raise the painting panel higher? Oh, I see. It's on this crazy arm thing, like that's in your way. I guess that doesn't matter. Is that better? Ellen, is that good? I need to really like stretch this thing and figure out a better way to do this because this is literally right in front of me. I guess I could kind of go. I should probably make it be a little behind me, but then I can't read what you're writing to me. Maybe I need to, I don't know what I need to do. All right. Now I'm being wimpy. That is not the brush I should be using. Going big. when I put down this transparent layer, there's no point in being precious about things. It's better to... This other thing I need are some new brushes, too. My brushes are tired like me. All right. So I just kind of block in where colors are. It's funny, my iPad over there was telling me a note that I'm doing a live video. Catch it before it ends. It's like, yeah, I'm here. All right. Need my paper towels. I like to get my paper towels out ahead of time, but I didn't this morning. Hi, Donna. How are you? Good morning. So something I was thinking about when I took Isabel to school this morning is that I want to think a little bit more about keeping my my shadow areas more transparent and my forward and highlight areas more opaque. So that might be a little challenging. Like in this particular case, like look at this leaf. That's behind that other piece, this really bright color, but it almost looks like it's in front of it, doesn't it? So I have to really think about that to make sure I push that back somehow. But yeah, I want to try and think about transparents and opaques. I always try to concentrate on one or two of the things that I want to learn, and you know, if I keep kind of going around and around and doing that all the time, I think eventually it'll all come second nature. Maybe I won't have to think so hard when I'm painting. Although I've been listening to podcasts and stuff, and it sounds like it never ends. Like you always have to think about it. It doesn't just magically happen ever. But that's okay. The process is the fun part, right? This goes down here. There's a little red up there. Oh, Nancy, snow day. Where do you live? Thank you. Paint 76. Yeah, I think they thought we would have a snow day here on Monday, but we didn't. That's fine with me. Although I don't mind snow days because usually my husband is off. I didn't like it when my kids were little and he would have to go to school and I had to go to work and had to take the kids with me. And sometimes I wouldn't have not only my own children to take with me, but, you know, other kids of parents that had to be at work. And because it's my own business, I can take them, which is a mixed blessing because it's crazy business that, you know, I can't, like, not do it. I have to be totally focused on it, so. But I lived through it. I say if I knew how hard parenting and life would be, I probably would have done things a little differently. I'm not sure how. I wouldn't trade my kids in for the world. But you learn from every piece of life that you go through. You learn from it, right? Hi, Diane. I got a little brown out here. Put some darks. So now, if I'm thinking about keeping my transparent area or my shadow areas transparent, I have to think about that down here too. Like, this is a dark, but I'd like to keep it transparent. It's hard to think about keeping something dark and transparent. Maybe that's a piece that I've always been missing. Yeah, it has been so cold. Here, my studio is the warmest room in the house, especially in the mornings. So I love that too. Lucky. It's even on a bigger panel like this, even my block in takes longer. But going bigger and keeping it simple is something I'm really working on. So I think I get too lost in the bigger the painting, the more lost in the details I get. And I don't want to do that. I want my big paintings to be as loose and fresh as my little treasures. That's what I've been calling them. I really need to update my website. And today, try to remind me. Last week, I thought I saved my video that I did, and I didn't, so I don't have it anymore. But I really want to try to remember to save this today so I can put it on my YouTube channel. A couple more greens to play with too. How's that? This is totally in the wrong place. This belongs here. Okay. Some of my darker areas in. Hello, watercolors. No, it's oils. I say my first love of painting was watercolors. I did them all in college and after until, you know, with my business and my kids, I didn't have time to do it anymore. But my first love was always watercolor. And even yesterday, working on that project, that painting that had watercolor in it, it sort of gave me the itch to do another watercolor. But I like to keep it, I want my paintings a little bit to have a feel, I think, of watercolor. All right, let me clean this brush out, close this up, mix some colors. It's really good to mix up at least a base set of colors before you paint. I do it with you guys on Wednesdays because I show you mixing. But hi, Lisa. Hi, Olivia. But I've got to say, I'm really bad about it when I don't have you. I've got out my little bucket of Arnif pigment sticks. I ordered just one new one, but I never know what I have. So it's a crazy thing. I order all my art supplies when I'm at work, but I don't have my stuff with me, so I never know what I have. So I end up buying things I already had, but I use it all anyway eventually. I was trying to get some like paler kind of purple colors, but I don't think there are any dark ones, and I think I have a few of those. It's really glowing. That's good. No, Nancy, are you doing it? I'm sure it's fun. Did it start yet? I keep taking, like, wanting to learn so many things, I can't do it all, so I needed to sort of stop. I'm focusing a little bit more on learning more about Instagram and photography, and I do want to do another art course. I have to figure out which one, but I would like to do an in-person from someone that I admire. What is it? Muskoka. Good, Belinda. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, they're doing it all. And I do want to make like a real online course myself too. That's on my goal list. I have all the resources to do it. I just gotta figure out what I'm doing and make it happen. So I'm trying to do more in the stories of Instagram. Do you guys do that? And so I wanted to do a story that was about me, and just a little friendly thing that introduces people. Always introduce themselves, and I know nobody really knows who I am. So it took me forever because I had to write the whole thing out because I'm not good at winging it. And then I had to find a time when my daughter could film me because I think I stink at like doing it as a selfie. Hi, Arlene. Yeah, maybe I'll have new visitors because of bad weather. Isn't that fun? I'll get this one out. Oh, this is the one I can't get out of the tube. I have to research these RNF paint sticks. I have to research if you have to keep them in them because they cover over, they glaze over kind of with, I don't know if I can cut this or something, but I'll make a huge mess. There, it's out just enough. I might just leave this out as far as it's out just to see if I can cut it open and leave it. Because it gets a film over it anyway at the top. So I don't know why. I'm just going to leave this open and sit here. Work on that on the weekend. What other colors? Let's do some greens. The other thing I need to think more about and learn more about too is composition. Like I know basic composition because I went to school for graphic design and I do that all the time. But I think for paintings, I need to learn more about how your eye flows through a painting, how it enters. Like I was listening to a podcast the other day, they say your eye enters on a corner and then you have to think about how their eye will flow through, journey through the painting after they enter it. That's something else I want to learn more about. It's a really pretty color. That might be enough playing around with that. Okay. I think that's good. Now my goal is to let little bits of that show through. Sometimes I lose that. Heavy thought, yeah. Okay. Now, is that crooked? I guess that's crooked for you. Is that okay? Wow, that's crazy. Okay. I'll end up breaking this thing one of these days. Okay, my palette knife's dirty. Napkin. I have another brand of oil paint sticks and they did not come wrapped in plastic. Oh, okay. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just take them out and put them in a flat box and not keep them in those tubes. Because, yeah, it gets that film anyway. You have to clean it off. So, and they are so much fun. Now I need a sip of coffee here before we start. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Donna. Hi, Claudia. Hi, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Thanks. All the way from Brazil. Yeah, last week there were people from all over. It was so neat. Everybody, do you want to say where you're from? And your name. Sometimes, not like I'm going to remember, but people that I talk to on here often, I know their names, even if their handle is not anywhere near what their name is. But I'm always curious to know because I want to say hello. And my yellows are back here. But if I don't know your name, then I don't want to say the wrong thing. All right, I have to put some yellows out. From Colombia. Virginia, I know, Ellen. You're welcome. Ellen, I hope you're feeling better. Hi, Lynn from the UK. Michigan. Oh, this is fun. Alabama, Florida. Luz from Florida. Jenny from East Tennessee. Love Miss Ivy. Australia. Australia sounds like such a gorgeous place to go. What's Kurdistan? Columbia, South Carolina, Arkansas, Cincinnati, Scotland, Germany. Oh, how fun is this? And we're all hanging out together on a random Wednesday. The internet is cool, right? All right, so I'm gonna mix some purple blues, which are so fun. Anybody who's just joining us, we were all saying where we're from. I'm amazed at people that are from all over the world that pop in here to say hello to me. Any other time in ever, we would have never, ever met each other. Isn't that crazy? It's a nice purple. Let me keep this one darker. I need a super dark one. I'll add some blue. So I was learning to, I always did use blacks. I like blacks. But I was learning that they, sometimes my paintings have like areas that are really flat. And even when I varnish them, I have trouble pulling the color out. Thanks, Claudia. From Canada. Oh, that's in Canada. Thanks for telling me that. I've only ever been to the right inside of Canada to Niagara Falls. We went one summer because my son was rowing in a rowing event there. I can't even think of where. It was right not too far from Niagara Falls. It was beautiful there. A little expensive, but really pretty. All right, and I wanted to add a little red. I think do quinacridone. I just love that word, quinacridone. Red. I'm going to add some of that here. And I think that'll warm up these purples a little bit. And then I really have to work on, ooh, that was too much, wasn't it? I always do too much. The reds just become red so quickly. No, that wasn't too much. That's okay. This is what I wanted. Whoops. I get more purple. Now, when I look at these, like I'm trying to make them be the same tone, but a warmer and cooler color. Ontario, Niagara Falls is also, oh. Yeah, I wish I would have had a chance to see more of Niagara Falls. Maybe someday. There's a whole big group of us, and we were there for a rowing event, so we didn't get too far. That's light. Yeah, that's a color that's in there, I think. Then the other thing that, especially with big paintings, sometimes I tend to be a little cheap, like a little frugal with my paints, and you can't do that with oil painting. Because you don't want to mix up the perfect color and then only have a little bit, and then all of a sudden you got nothing. It's a hard thing to do, I think. I think I'm gonna have happy with those. Now I need some greens. A sip of coffee. What time is it? It's already 7:30. Boy, time flies when I'm painting. It flies. This, I'm going to play around with cobalt green and sap green. I probably need more of both because I was just talking to you about being precious with your paints. That's not good. Cobalt, and maybe I should do another green just to, it needs to have a lot of greens. Or maybe, how about this one? I'll mix a green, my own green, but with ultramarine blue and some lemon yellow and see what we get. That's nice. So that's our mixed green. This is the cobalt and the sap. And I want to make each of those go a little darker. Maybe I'll use some. So this is the part I really have to think about sometime. Bye, Diane. Have a good day. Is when I try to keep my colors dark. Like, are they warm or cool? And really, it's relative to what they're sitting next to, whether they're a warm or a cool color, really. But I think I want some Caribbean blue. Phthalo blue might be fun, too. I have so many fun colors. I always just want to get them all out. What a mess I would make. Might have to do it someday. Okay, that's pretty good. Put that in here. That's good. I'll clean my palette knife. Take a little bit of this. I'm going to add in, I think I'm going to add in a little bit of my Video Blue Extra Pale, which I love, mixed with this. I'll put it up here where it belongs. That looks a little too not really a color that's in here. So I could add maybe a yellow to it. Maybe I'll try this Vasari's Brilliant Lemon Light. Just play around. Maybe I'll put it in that other one too. All right, that's better. Let me add this in here with Yep, that's good. Happy with that. They're fun. All right, I want to keep that dark, so I don't want to get anything too light in there. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. And what should I mix in that? Maybe I'll do this same one, this lemon. That's warm, so maybe I don't want a lemon. Let's play with sulfur yellow. How about cadmium yellow light? Let's see if I can squeeze anything out of this old tube. Oh, sure I can. All right. Because I think cadmium yellow goes a little warmer. Yeah, that's good. Very nice. Good idea. Okay, that's nice. I'll show you a little closer. Whoops. These are, I have mixed up some greens, some purples. They look good. Okay, I'll put you back here. I have a I don't know if I'll finish it. I've got to get some more small panels, right, for our Wednesday mornings. Because I don't know if I could wait to finish it till I see you next Wednesday, maybe. It would take a lot of willpower for me to wait. Okay, so what do I want to do? I think I'm gonna make myself use the bigger brush, not use the small one yet, unless I feel like I have to. Because that keeps it looser and happier. Hi, Julie. Hi, Kim. Good morning. By the end of this, I'll have such a mess here in my palette, I'll have to clean the whole thing this weekend. I think I like a bigger palette. Thanks, Julie. It's a little dark right there. Okay. So I'm putting in some of these dark background colors. Okay. Hi, Sharon. It's funny, I've been painting this whole time and I never even turned music on and didn't realize it. I hardly ever paint with no sound. I usually either listen to podcasts. I have some favorites. I should share them with you guys. Are you all on my newsletter list? I don't send out newsletters as much as I'd like to. I don't get around to it as much as I should, but I was trying to think of what I wanted to include in this next newsletter, and I think that might be something is talking about my favorite podcasts because they keep me company when I'm painting a lot. I do have, Helena, I do listen to music a lot. All different kinds of music. Lately, I've been listening to the soundtrack from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which I'm just loving that show. I binge watched the first 2 seasons and can't wait till more seasons come out. Yeah, that's what I should do, Julie. I'm going to work on that probably this weekend. I have a crazy week this week, but on the weekend I'm going to try to do that. Oh, good. Okay, so now what am I thinking about? I'm trying to talk out loud a little bit when I'm thinking. So I'm not sure how to do this. Wait, let me pull you back. Nancy, I think it's on Amazon Prime. I don't understand all that stuff. My daughter sets it up for me. I don't watch TV very often, but I mean, it is such a good show. I think you would really like it. Are you saying yes? Yes, it's on. Is it on Netflix, Sharon? Sharon's my niece. Espic Moore. Oh, it's on Prime too. Okay, yes. Yeah, Nancy, I think you would really like it. Okay, so I don't like see how this glows. So this part here is opaque and these glow. So I'm not sure how to do that, how to make them glow like that. So I'm just gonna play around here. I mean, I should know, right? I'm always learning. There's so many things I don't know. So I'm taking away some paint so that it's not so opaque. So I'm not pushing too much paint into too much paint. You know what I mean? Okay, let me dive in here. So what makes one color look opaque and another color look transparent? Is it really just the transparency? Like, because I've seen people do paintings where they have, it's all opaque and they work on it and the transparent colors come later. They're not really transparent. Peggy, what's her name? Peggy, I was wanting to watch some of her videos. Cole Robinson. Peggy Cole Robinson. I was out in California one time and a friend of mine had her work in her gallery. I didn't even, the pictures are taken by you. Yeah, usually Claudia or someone who lets me use their photos. This particular one is taken by my friend Greta, who I went to high school with. And she said I can use her photos. I did pumpkins a while back. They were hers. She just has a wonderful eye for photography. I mean, I would love to take all of my photos. I just don't. I don't have time. My family already thinks all I do is take photos when I leave the house. I go to market or I go anywhere. I'm taking photos and then to edit them and it's so hard to find things this time of year too. Find things to photograph. Because even at Market, where I get a lot of my painting inspiration, Lancaster Central Market, oh, that reminds me, I didn't write back to someone who wrote to me. I should write myself a note. If I don't write things down, and I have my whole thing here, my entire, you see this? That's all notes. It's a piece of paint and notes of things I either need or don't want to forget, and then I can't find them. I got a lot of notes lately. The start. Are you painting on? Yes, it is. It's a wood panel. I have the sides painted gold. It's a gesso board. Now I forget what I was talking about. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. I know, this is gorgeous. That's another thing. You know, it's crazy. Like when I started doing this, my art business, I don't know if I can think and talk about that at the same time. I did it because I really wanted to paint. Well, that was one thing, but I also had so much to learn. Like I wanted to learn about building websites. I wanted to learn about social media. I wanted to learn all of it. So I took a website course at a local college, made my own website, and now I've been doing websites for other people, and that's been really fun at work. I really am enjoying that. It's a lot to learn. I'm getting better at Squarespace and with WordPress, both. But beyond that, then I had to learn more about social media and promoting myself. And I'm learning. In the meantime, I'm working full time, and I'm learning about the marketing part of it all, doing outdoor art shows, which is a whole thing I didn't think I would do, but it's actually fun. It's a lot of work, though. The learning never ends. It's just a little crazy. And then I find sometimes when I'm painting, I stop and think, I don't paint the parts that are scary sometimes till the end, and I think I'd rather do it the other way around. Do you ever do that? Save the scary stuff for the end? At my real job, I do. Do I sleep? Not very much. I'm really quite bad at that, Kim. That's another thing I have to learn to do better. The older I get, the worse I sleep. I haven't slept at all this week. And if I didn't have a full-time job, when I can't sleep, I would choose to just get up and paint and then sleep whenever I need to. So I think sometimes we force our bodies to follow this pattern that's not least bit natural. But nah, I can't do that. Not right now, anyway. But I think I would. If I could do, and I probably should get up and paint in the middle of the night. A little hobby. Yes, so much work, Lynn. Yeah, that's not even the beginning of it all. I mean, I am learning it, and I love it. But really, I could paint for a little bit each day, and then really full-time do promotions, work on Instagram, framing, packing, shipping. Like, it's a lot of moving pieces, and I'm not an organized person either, and that doesn't help. But I haven't lost any paintings. Well, yeah, maybe I have. I've lost a couple. Yeah, it's not a little hobby if you do it for real. Yeah, I know, Nancy. That's my goal, my retirement job. Absolutely. I think I'm well on my way. Yeah, and I get a little crazy sometimes. Sometimes it is too much, but I don't want to give it up. So that's how it is. All right, I need a sip of coffee. I'm good at talking for a while, and then when I have to start making decisions, it's hard for me to think and talk at the same time. What size brush? Oh, brand. This. Oh, it's worn off of here. Oh, man. Let me see if I have another one. I think this is the same. Oh, it's from Rosemary and Company. I need to do an order from her. It's a number 10 Eclipse short flat. Well, that one, I can't even move this one. I definitely need some new brushes. I have a whole bunch, but I should go through and throw them out. But I always think when I do some loose, crazy painting, I'll be glad if I have a bunch of old ones so I don't ruin the good ones. But how many of those do I need? Not as many as I have. Huh. I don't know. What do you think? 46. We still have some time. Some of my little bits and pieces are, I don't want to lose them. Like the little fun things that happen with the, like in here, that little red is cool. I like these colors up in here. Like by nature, I want to smooth everything out, and now I knew this would happen. So how do I do it? This looks like it's in front of this. And it actually does in the photo too. It looks like that. So I don't know what I would do to push that back. This has this little bit of pink here. And this is dark right here. Is that better? And Murphy's, yeah, I should do that, Ellen. I do have that here. I used to always wash in Murphy's oil soap when I was finished, and I will do that. That's a great idea. But now for washing my brushes, I've been in this little, I have one of these little tubby things that seals tight, and I've been playing around with this lavender brush cleaner. It's supposed to be non-toxic, super natural. So I just wash, instead of taking my brushes upstairs. Oh, baby oil is a good idea, Lynn. Yeah, I could probably clean up a lot of brushes if I spent time doing that. That's a great idea. Thank you. So there's a green in here that I'm missing. And a little bright in here. It's nice. I have to make sure I have good dark sunlight lights. Oh, scary parts. What do I consider scary? I don't know. It's probably the focal point might be scary. A lot of times, like the center of a flower, and I think it's scary to me because they're the parts that I think, like in here, which is what I left for the end. It's hard because that's the detailed area, and I want to get out a tiny little brush and make it look just like that. And I can't, because then it won't be loose, and it'll lose its spontaneity. So I think sometimes I get afraid of doing that, because I could easily like get super tight. So it's probably the areas where I would get too precious and too tight in. Does that make sense? Because I know there I do it. I know I avoid it, and I've been trying to just dive right into those parts then. Goodbye, Arlene. Have a great day. All right. Now I'm squinting and seeing what the dark areas are. I want to pull some of this forward a little bit without overworking it. All of my purples now are messy, muddy. I do that all the time. Yeah, perfectionist. So yeah, you have to like avoid it as much as you can, of not getting lost in those areas of painting. Yeah, because I could paint it exactly as I see it, but especially, I really have trouble with that when I'm doing like commission pieces that there are people in it. Like I want to go in there and make it perfect, and I'm afraid that the client, the person commissioning me, will want it to be perfect. But I don't know. I mean, then just use the photograph, and why need the painting if it's that perfect? I know it brings more to it if a person really paints it, but do I have enough dimension? Do you see areas that need to be pushed back? Like here, I think this needs to push back here. And is it getting too rigid? And I want that to come into this area more, break into it. Oh, that was good. I think it's close. I think I need to put some lights in. I'm going to mix up a white, but whites make everything so opaque. Maybe I don't want white. Something. I need something fun. Be bold. You think so, Nancy? Yeah, I think that's what I'm having a little trouble with. It's fluid. I like this, like I feel like this has a little motion and energy down here. Maybe I need to. Now I'm worrying about the time. I think we only have 5 minutes. Maybe 6, because I started a little late. I gave that a little dimension, didn't it? So I will save this and put it on my YouTube, hopefully today. I'm not sure how. I have a meeting today, so I don't know if I'll get it up there today. But at least by the weekend. And this is opaque right here, and it's in front of this. So let's do that. It's actually does that. And that was a nice flow right there. Thanks, Sadie. Love that name. I think my great-great-grandmother's name was Sadie. All right, I think I'm done. I'll have to come back and look at it tomorrow, but I'm going to sign it. And I'll take it out of here and show it to you. Turn the light a little bit. It was glaring for you, wasn't it? That's fun in there. And my palette, my messy palette. So, thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks. Oh, I signed with something called a Kemper Wipeout tool. It's just, oh, wait, here. Oh, it's in front of me. It's a little rubber end thing. It just takes the paint away. So it looks like I have trouble signing with a thin brush. I have to learn that too. Bye, Lou. Bye, Lisa. See you, Ellen. Hope you had a great day, or have a great day. Bye.